Hi, Annemarie and Sarah. Thanks for joining me this morning.
Oh, thank you very much for inviting us. Yeah, we're really looking forward to this interview, aren't we, Sarah?
So, can you introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about Tees Valley Buddies?
Yes, well, I am the founder. So my name's Annemarie, and I'm the founder and CEO of Tees Valley Buddies.
And I'm Sarah, and I'm a health and wellbeing coach. And I have got a huge interest in people breaking through the self-limitations and being able to tap into the creativity, into the true essence of themselves. I really feel like this is really freeing. So that's what I'm passionate about. So I'm going to be helping with Annemarie and the charity for people's well-being and to tap into their own creativity.
Brilliant. So for people who don't know, can you tell us a bit about Tees Valley Buddies and what?
Yeah, okay, well, Tees Valley Buddies, it is a neurodiverse self-advocacy and peer support charity network. And it's for people who have got neurodiverse, so people with different learning styles and different brains and just a different way of being, really, with the brains. So what we do is we work and we help and support many people throughout in our communities who maybe have like a different brain learning style, and including autism, ADHD, dyspraxia, dyslexia, learning disabilities, tics, Tourette's. So it's really covers quite a lot of a massive range, really, that we support with. And not only that, we are also made up. Most of our charity and all our volunteers and the workers are made up. We are neurodivergent ourselves. So we have I've got dyslexia, I've got ADHD, and also motor coordination difficulties. I've also got dyscalculia, that's problems with maths. And so quite a lot of our workers, probably 80% of our volunteers and the people that work for our charity have got some sort of neurodiversity. We are also work with quite a lot of people who do come on. It's like Sarah, she has a child with I think you're just going through the pathway, aren't you, with your child, and she homeschools her child because he didn't really fit in with the mainstream school setting. So that's why Sarah got involved with the charity, and she said, you know what, I feel really, really passionate about what you're doing. So what we do, really, we help people to understand their own brains and the way they are. And we want them to feel like they belong in society instead of fitting in. Because I think they spend all their life trying to fit in to society's way of what normal should be. They sort of lose who they are. So this is what we are. So we try and go out there trying to spread awareness of neurodiversity in the communities, in schools, just out and about, really. So it's really just everywhere to try and get people talking about it and recognising it and understand it. And people who are neurodivergent, like myself and many others, we want to feel embraced with who we are instead of always trying to hide. So I came up with this idea called the Embrace You Project. And this project is really trying to learn, just be you. It's teaching you just to be yourself, just be the person that you were born to be. And it sounds so easy and so simple, but when you've gone through your whole life masking, pretending you're someone else that you're not, to fit in, it's so difficult. I've got women who I'm working with trying to help to understand their own brains who are in the 60s, and I'm going, be you. And well, who is that? I don't know who I am, because I've been masking and I've been pretending and I'm like an acting my whole life. So who am I? So they have come on this absolutely amazing self-discovery journey as well. So that's what the Embrace You project is, really. It's just learning about who you are, the person that you were born to be, and not being afraid of who you are. Because it's this kind of thing where when you can be who you are, you stop living in fear, and you can form deeper relationships and form better connections. you treat yourself more kindly, so you have more value for who you are, and you're better able to find your passions in life as well. And you start to just appreciate yourself and the person that you were born to be. So this is what the Embrace You project is all about. And Sarah is our health, being and wellness coach, which is like our guru. She's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to pass you on to Sarah, and she's going to explain a little bit about what she does.
Well, my speciality, oh sorry, Annemarie, that's made me feel a bit emotional because I'm so passionate. I'm so passionate about people embracing themselves, no matter, because there's no like one fits all. And unfortunately, many of the systems that we have are made for you fit into this, and your little ways and your connection to creativity kind of can get blocked off. And this is what I saw in my son Eli. He's so creative and so like magical, and I kind of didn't want him to lose that. I wanted him to embrace it and to encourage it in other people. So yes, so I started a movement. I do a lot of like dance and movement because I feel like sometimes, so between being a child and being an adult, there's this like phase where a lot of people get cut off from the creativity, and all of a sudden they don't know who they are anymore. And the creativity is somebody's foundation and like a key to unlock their brilliance. And if they can tap into that, no matter what kind of medium it is, for me, like it was movement, but can also be any kind of like art or painting or like anything. If they can tap into that and feel their true essence through that, they know who they are, they feel solid, and they can feel confident like expressing into the world. But when you cut off from that and you just feel compared, it's sad anyway. It's really sad.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I really love this this new way of thinking about things where it's not considered a disability, it's just a difference. And the arrogance of thinking that there's one way that a human being should be and should think and should act, and trying to, as you say, like wedge into a system that doesn't work for them, and it's not the right system for them, and not thinking, actually, what have we got to learn here? What can we, what lessons, what are we missing out on by trying to drum the difference out of people and to make them fit into a system that perhaps doesn't work that well for anyone, let alone everyone. So absolutely brilliant work that you're doing. So how do you reach out to people? How do people get in touch with you?
Yeah, so people can get in contact with us through our Facebook page. We're hopefully going to be putting together a website. So the website that we're putting together is going to be neurodiverse friendly as well. So that's just why it's taken us a little bit of time. We just want to get it right. And also, me and Sarah last night, we just had a little chat, and we're going to start our own YouTube channel as well. Hopefully get that out. Hopefully podcasting. We only really got charity status in October. So it's very fairly new, and of course, me being me, started a charity in lockdown. Who does that? But I thought, you know what, it's the worst time to start a charity, but hey, never mind. But in that time, we've managed to connect with so many people, and we've helped so many people through lockdown in so many ways. We've got support groups, we've got people that can have one-to-one support, they want to find out a little bit about themselves, and we have got so much different ways to really support people. That's what we've been doing at the moment. But we hope, hopefully, when we get back to normal, when we can start seeing people face to face instead of on screens, it'd be so good to get into the community. And when I say about community, we are very passionate about getting people for all people who are neurodivergent into feeling part of the community. So that's what really what we're for. So we are creating a community that is where everyone can belong, if you know what I mean. So that's really what we're really, and everyone can make a difference. So that's what we are really looking for. So yeah, so hopefully, so we've got so much stuff going on, haven't we? And even through lockdown, even though I'm looking at lockdown as a positive thing, it just gives us so much time to plan and also network as well. I've been doing all my networking because loads of people at home, and normally they would have been so busy in the workplace, but now it's like, oh, come on, let's have a Zoom call, let's just do some networking. I find out about you, you find out about us. So that's been a fantastic opportunity as well. So
brilliant. So I normally ask a last question about how lockdown affected your work, but
yeah,
clearly you've been thriving, really. So instead, what I'm going to ask is, obviously, like we've been interviewing people involved in the creative arts for the last 6 months. Just to say, is how can we help you, you know, and that, you know, I mean, huge range of people, from like crafters to filmmakers to people involved in the theatre, performance poets, people who run workshops, you know, just to say, if there's any ways in which we can help you at all, then, you know, reach out and we're here.
yeah, to be honest with you, I think that covers everything, because we're just starting and getting people's voice. The thing is this kind of attitude that we have to give them a voice. We have all got a voice, but no one's listening to our voice. So we have got the voice. We know exactly what we want from life, where we want to go. We've got ambitions, we've got hopes, and we've got dreams. We know how we want to be treated in society, in the workplace. But obviously we want to help them to get all. So hopefully, by working with yourself and other people as well, it's the reason for this interview, is that we're opening them channels for people so they can have their voice heard, and hopefully people will start listening to them. So would I like to add a little bit on, because we were talking about this last night, weren't we, Sarah, and people involved?
Yes, just for people to be able to come in and help people and encourage people to tap into the creativity and see that this is like really, you know, a really valuable part of life, and as them as people, like, it's just so important. I cannot express enough how important any kind of creativity or anything that makes you feel good in that way, like how good that is for a person and their confidence and their sense of worth. Because I do believe everybody on this earth is born here with a unique gift or a unique expression for the world. And through exploring different types of creativity and interacting with different creative people, like, this could just spark something off for somebody, or just even encourage them to use that own creative, like, process in something else that they have a feeling about. But it's just the encouragement and and the support.
Well, it seems like, you know, if we can help to teach you how to kind of run workshops, then
Fantastic.
people that you work with, because that's what really I think all this is about, is what we can do to help one another and what skills we can share.
And also, also through art as well. A lot of people might find very struggle because for the whole of their lives they've been masking and showing emotions, and they have got emotions. Like, I know quite a lot of people say, if you've got autism, you struggle trying to get the emotions out. They've got so many emotions inside. It's just they don't know how to express that emotion. So if they can express the emotion maybe through dance, through poetry, through art, and different ways, so they can express how they're feeling and just about themselves. So hopefully we're hoping that this is their journey, their discovery really journey for their lives.
Well, this is great. I think really, really important work.
Thank you
for finding the time to speak to me. I just hope that you know, you get plenty of funding, and you're, you know, really successful, and your your charity is something that can exist long into the future. Because
thank you very much. It's been lovely. Thank you.
And I look forward to meeting you out there in the real world.
Honestly, it'd be fantastic. And you never know, when we get into the workshops, you can come along and see us in our workshops and see us, and meet our wonderful members and meet the members of the public that do want to come be part of the workshop. So it'll be lovely. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye.
See you soon.
Thank you.